everyone. I'm Rachel Gennaro. We're here at Coliseum with Christopher Garcia, who is a VIP.
I am the VIP director of Baja's Rock Bar in Coliseum. And it's a pleasure to be here with you. And it looks like you guys are trying to do an interview, trying to find out what exactly you guys want to know about me. So, I want to go ahead and give all my information out so, not only you, but the whole public gets to know who I am.
All right. Well, am I asking the questions, or are you just going to tell me all about yourself without me having to ask anything?
Well, personally speaking, if you ask me, I would like to ramble on about myself, but I think it's more appropriate if you ask me the right questions. That way I can give to you the information that's more appropriate.
Okay, well, let's start off with, how did this all start? How did you start working for Coliseum? Where else do you work, and where else are you a VIP director?
Well, good question. As I mentioned, I am the VIP director for Rock Bar Baja's in Coliseum. That's the other places I am.
Right.
Well, actually, we're in Coliseum right now. The other thing that I wanted to mention, how this all started, was one time I was having an internship over in Miami. It was in Miami. That's where I live.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Very nice. And in that internship, I remember coming out late at night, going to a lot of the clubs in Miami, and yeah, it was fun. There were the top clubs, especially being in one of the most tourist attractions of the world, Miami Beach, excuse me.
I'm in Miami, Trit.
There you go. Don't forget that, audience. And the thing was I said, it's really great to hang out with the upscale clubs, but the people were just, and I don't want to say this for the majority of them, it sounds stereotypical, but the people there were just too, I would say, materialistic. And I wanted my friends, my group of friends who were real, who would always tell you what was up, whether it was with them or with me. And one time I came up to Tallahassee. I came into this place called Mint. Mint was a really great club. To this day, I still miss it. I met this gentleman by the name of Paul Jewett. He said to me, at the bar in Mint, in 101 actually, and he came up to me and he said, listen, you have really good social skills. You're always partying. You're always in a suit, or at least a blazer. That's my trademark, ladies and gentlemen. I always wear a blazer. I always wear a suit.
Always looking fresh.
Always looking fresh. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter what any other guy tells you, all right? Always look dressed to impress. That's it, okay? And wear a handkerchief.
Haters are his motivators.
And wear a handkerchief, all right? And basically, he said, just promote for us. So I started promoting for After Hours Entertainment, which runs the venues over at Coliseum, Baja's, and of course Rock Bar. And we do a really good job. Unfortunately, Mint closed down, Coliseum opened up, and that's where we are right here. That's where we are right now. So, they brought me in. They said, you're really good with people. We like the way that you handle customers, and we like the fact that you're at the same time, you're able to sell. So they put me as VIP, just a VIP host, and from VIP host, I did a good job. I made sure that all the girls knew what they were doing, that all the customers, if they had any complaints whatsoever, that they come to me, and I was able to give them the 100% guarantee to assure them that they would get the proper service because of that, because of my hard work and effort, and not only just through me, but the team itself. I was able to get the position of being VIP director. It was the most, long explanation you probably ever heard.
I'm sure everybody's wanting to know, all the ladies wanting to know how you stepped up into this position. So where would you say is your favorite place to be here in Tallahassee or work at?
Personally speaking, it's going to have to be Baja's. Baja's to me, and don't get me wrong, Coliseum is a great club. It's absolutely paramount on the Saturday night venue. But if there's one place that I know that anybody could tell you, whether it's alumni dating back as far as 2005, they can tell you the best place that they ever had fun at was Baja's. And, we did a good job. That's our bread and butter, especially for this company. As you know, Baja's and Coliseum are sister companies. And at the end of the day, I believe Coliseum is the head club. But as we all know, the head cannot move without the neck. And Baja's Beach Club and Rock Bar are the neck to the head, which is Coliseum.
Baja's goes way back. Coliseum's a little bit newer, so.
Oh yeah, it's very new. We changed the theme. No club in Tallahassee, in the history of nightlife here in the state's capital, Tallahassee, has there ever been a nightclub such as this, where not only do you have a theme, but you also have this unique service that is brought out to the people, that whether you're 18 years of age to 21 years of age, you're given that VIP treatment, and that is what is the most important thing, that we that we treat everybody equal. Because if there is any, any difference in service, people are those people that are getting less service, less quality type of service, they're not gonna want to come. And in Economics 101, thankfully I'm an economics major, not to be the smartest guy out there.
A little nerd over here.
Trying to be. My education level goes up to Calc 3, but incentives matter. We want people to have the incentive of coming here. Without incentives, we're not a club. Without the people, we are not the club. The people come first. Our service is what drives them in.
That's amazing. It's like a hotel service. I mean, customers first for everything. And there's a lot of clubs here in Tallahassee that, I mean, it's not how you put it. So.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, every bar out here, every club out here, they're doing their best. And I want to go ahead and give special respect to those entrepreneurs out there, to those private club owners out there who are going ahead, putting all the risk out there and saying, you know what, I'm putting 100% risk just so that I can get a good return. And that's where service comes in. And anybody can agree with me, whether you're the owner of the former club, which was Mint, to even our competitor, Lit. We take pride in making sure that the service comes first for our customers. You know? I mean, there's always going to be complaints, but at the end of the day, we're there to go ahead and work with people. That's what it is. And that's how we build relationships, and that's our number one priority.
And I think that's how I met you. So
I know, love at first sight? I don't know, but that's up to her to decide. I know we are from Miami, so I don't know. Audience, who knows, she's probably saying in his wildest dreams. But it's okay. At the very end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you have a very absolutely beautiful news reporter here, who I think you have the skills to be. I don't know if communications is your major, but you definitely have those skills to become that news reporter that's going to give the news on how it is directly to the people. But one thing I want to take into consideration is the way she dresses. If she didn't know that this club offers the quality that we do offer, she wouldn't have dressed like this. Maybe she would have dressed a little bit down. But I can tell you right now, on several accounts, I have been overhearing a couple of girls just, saying, wow, I wish I had that dress. I wish I was her. That is the kind of enthusiasm we want in this club. Everybody being a role model.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't know this was going to be turned around, but what can I say now?
The spotlight's on both of us. I would hope, to at least give you an equal share of fame. Okay. Any questions you have for me?
All right. Well, I have a couple more questions. I wanted to get to know you better. So you say you're from Miami. How long have you lived in Tallahassee?
I actually lived in Tallahassee for about 6 years. I kind of partied a little bit hard. Dad, soon to be an FSU graduate, I want to go ahead and give special thanks to the number one person in my life, which is my father. His name is Joseph Garcia. He's the one that has, for every phone call that he's picked up, he's always been there to say, Chris, listen, hit the books. Don't forget, you got to graduate. You got to get your college degree. And you know what? At the end of the day, I can only say I am a businessman like my father before me. I got to give him all the credit because he rightfully deserves. But anyway, we're stepping away from the question.
Mr. Garcia.
We're all here. We love you, Dad. Anyway, and the number one thing that we want to go ahead and say, I'm going away from the question. I've been here for 6 years. I'm originally from Long Island, New York, from a place called Garden City.
You can see that accent.
Yes, everyone loves my obnoxious accent. Not. I moved down to Miami, lived there for about a good 2 years, came up to Tallahassee, Florida State University. We can ask just about anybody from the University of Florida tell you he or she is smarter, but there is no better college experience than right here at Florida State University, and better yet, any academic institution in Tallahassee.
All right, well said, well said. That's amazing. So where do you see yourself, say, 5 to 10 years from now? What route are you wanting to go?
Well, as I'm studying economics, I'm learning the international affairs, relationships between how the world works, especially one common variable, as we all hear in aggregate and the aggregate economy, the one thing they always talk about is the interest rate. It is the most widely researched variable in the world when it comes to economics. I'm very much interested in that. I would definitely like to be in a company where I have the opportunity to not only further expand my knowledge in economics, but also study the interest rate, in which I can understand the international affairs between countries. Why is it that there's different interest rates in a lot of the countries of the world? Well, a lot of people say, okay, it's inflation. They do the interest rate based on inflation. Okay, that's very vague. I want to do some more research. I want to know what are the exact variables, not something that, I can kind of get a glimpse. To answer the question more thoroughly, I'm trying to become hopefully an investment banker. If that all fails, pack my bags, get into my car, head to Hollywood, and hopefully become an actor. I'm going to Disneyland.
Dream big. Woo!
Any more questions?
Well, you know what? You basically have answered a lot of my questions, and I love that you are so outgoing every single time coming to Coliseum. You're right there at the front, ready to greet everybody, know everybody. I mean, that kind of outgoing personality is what most clubs need. I mean, like going out in Miami, going out other places, like we don't have that. I mean, you know, like everyone's super strict, like get to the point. They're not as familiar with Tallahassee. Like people in Tallahassee, since it's so small, you know, everybody gets to know each other better. But I appreciate your hospitality, the way that you treat everybody that comes in. It's amazing.
I mean, and I really appreciate you saying this. And you know what? Everybody is probably at this point right now in the video probably saying, all right, I'm going to get out of this because he's just going to go on and on. But for the people that are actually, you know, continuing watching this video, I want to go ahead and you know, make an important announcement. And that is, the people come first. That's what this country was based on. You know, I'm not a history major. I'm not the most intelligent man in the world, but I know that when it comes to acknowledging the self-interests of people, you're going to get very far in life, because you're going to understand, you're going to learn how to be tolerable. And with that, you're going to gain a lot of relationships. And with a lot of relationships, you're going to have great outcomes. And that's what it all matters. And I want to make a message point blank and clear. Whether you're a freshman, you're 18 years of age, you're 21 years of age, you come to Coliseum, you come to Rock Bar, you come to Bajas, and we're going to take care of you. Unlike any other club, your interests come first. And that's essential to our success.
Thank you so much, Chris. I mean, makes me want to come here even more. I mean, outside of working, you know, like you really hit the hot spot. So, well, thank you so much for your time. Do you have any last words?
No. I think you know what? Let's just go ahead and party. Hopefully you can get off duty. Let's just go ahead and party. Let's pop.
All right, I'm off now. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see everybody out at Coliseum next Saturday and all the home games.
Absolutely. Go Seminoles, and most important, anybody who's going to TCC, go Eagles. I'm Christopher Garcia. I'm with this beautiful
Rachel Gennaro.
Rachel Gennaro.
Thank you for tuning in.